kitchen up and running, y'all. And we're going to get started, you guys. I think my friend Marianne is going to be raiding over very soon. There she is with the raid. Welcome in, raiders. How are you guys? Okay, I just pinned, y'all. I just pinned my notification of when I go live, you guys. It's down below. If you guys want to know when I go live, click on that, and that's going to give you notifications because sometimes I'm a hot mess and I go on all different times than what is there. So, y'all, we're going to be that you are on the World Creativity Raid Train today, and I'm going to be crafting for you guys and sharing things. I am not going to be auctioning anything today, but my bin is loaded, y'all. My bin is loaded. So there's some craft supplies in there. There's some fun gifty things in there. Go ahead and get yourself some fun stuff. There's some stuff for junk journaling, mixed media, all the things, y'all. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, I'm Jen with Four Hearts ABCs. I am so glad you're here. I am the train conductor for today. My mod, Little Miss Crafty, is in here. That's who we just came from. And she's going to be watching your guys' comments. Okay, you guys, I'm going to angle you guys down and we're going to get started on my project, okay? I do have a YouTube channel, you guys. So, if you guys ever want to watch this back, you can do that. If you want to see me creating, you guys can do that as well. Sorry, trying to get my camera to do what I want it to do. Well, close enough. All right, y'all. Um, you know what, Vix, you could do either way. Normally I do one because I'm kind of lazy, but you could do it either way. You could do two ends, one in. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, so you guys, here's my project, and here's the problem. I had so many ideas and so many things that I wanted to do. Actually finding or narrowing it down was very difficult for me. So I came up with this idea last minute. Here I am. Okay, so this is something, if you've ever joined me before and you have heard me say that I used to own a storefront. Um, this is one of the projects from my storefront, you guys. I had a whole bunch of these hoops, okay, the old sewing hoops, and I put old doilies in them. And then we decorated them up, and these were hanging in my big window in my shop. That was one of my window displays, and I am ready to take it all apart, okay? Take it all apart and reuse it because why not, right? Why not? So let's start there, okay? Let's start there. We're going to take this all apart. I used you know, all the things. We had flowers on here. We had all kinds of things. It was a very fun window display. So let's get that off of there. Let's get this off of there. But this is a really cute idea, you guys. If you guys find these hoops, it's a great idea to put the old doilies in them and do that kind of thing. So there you go, you guys. Okay, here we go. So we've got the old hoop. I did already stain and distress this hoop when I did the display. So you can kind of see there the difference in the color when I did that process, okay? So I'm not going to use this doily. So I'm going to set that aside as well. And here we go. So we have the hoop, okay? That's one of our first elements. Another thing I wanted to use today as I was gathering up all of my things is, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the company Chalk Couture, but I was a seller for them, and I have these screen print transfers. This is one of my favorites that I've ever gotten from them. Welcome in, you guys. And so I'm going to try to use this today. You guys stay tuned because I will be selling some of my Chalk Couture in days to come. Okay, I have some cards, some playing cards that are patriotic themed. And these two right here, you guys, they're not in my bin right now, but they will be by, I believe, Saturday. I have a patriotic train that I think my project today is going to go into. Bookmark that. That's going to be awesome. And these will be in the bin at that time. Okay, so we have some vintage or some older cards that are patriotic. I think I'm actually going to use this one. I was given this one as a gift and I don't have very many of them. So I'm going to use this one today and set these other ones aside. Okay. Then I have these in my bin, you guys. And hello. Thank you guys all for joining me today. Okay, you guys, these are in my bin. I just added these, okay? I created these. It is going to, you guys can buy them and then just message me which ones you want. So we have the sheep with the chicken. We have the sheep with the crow. We have the turkeys. There is the barn with the windmill. We have the cow, you guys. Look at how cute that cow is. Oh, we got two cows. We've got the goose. We have the American Eagle, y'all. The American Eagle. I know you love them all, Marion. We have the sheep by itself. We have Mama Duck with her ducklings. We have Mama Pig with her piglets. And we have a farmhouse in a field, okay? So we have those, and those are in the bin right now, so you guys can purchase those if you're interested. I'm going to use this one here today with the sheep and the chicken. I also have in the bin this set. This is a patriotic. You can get them in 5x7 or 4x6, my friend. This is a patriotic paper pack. So these come as 5x7s, and you're going to get 8 different sheets. Oh, they're upside down. 8 different sheets. That is also in my bin right now, currently, that you can get. These are great for junk journaling, mixed media, all the things, you guys. So this set is in there right now. I'm actually going to use this page right here. So I'm going to grab that out. This is just some paper that I printed some designs on. This may be coming into the bin soon. Okay. And so I got that out. I bought some transfers from Amazon looking for patriotic things I could do. And so it came with these different transfers here. I'm going to use this one right here with the 1776 on it. Okay. So I'm going to use that today. And we're going to be working on a mixed media design, you guys. Okay. So let's set that aside. Okay. I got a doily. Okay. This isn't an old doily. This is actually a newer made doily, but I have that we're going to use. Okay. But another option, you guys, I believe you can get these doilies like this from like the Dollar Tree. They're not old. They're not anything super special, but they are fun. If you're wanting to add a little something to your projects, you can get that. Okay. I made, this was a fabric square that was supposed to be for a pillow. I cut it all up and I made some pendant banners with it. These are my leftovers, and I think I'm going to use these 2 pieces today. And then I had this. This was another idea that I had, but I'm not actually going to use it for this one. I'm going to sell the transfers, my friend, in, I do not have the patriotic transfers, and the Chalk Couture transfers I'm going to be selling in a sale soon. So stay tuned for that one. Okay, so this one, you guys, this is an idea. If you find old quilt pieces that are going to fit your theme, you can always look at grabbing those. Okay, now Now we're getting down to the nitty gritty of it, y'all. Now that I showed you guys kind of my supplies, I took this really long, this is what I had, a really long skewer. Okay, this is what it originally looked like. I cut it down, y'all. I cut it down. All I did was just use my pliers and cut it the size I think I wanted it, okay? And I went ahead and I used my um this is my coffee grunge. If you guys don't know what this is, there's a lady on YouTube. It is My Sweet Home Living. She has the recipe for it. It's like instant coffee, cinnamon, vanilla, water. And you make it, it's awesome. And you can use it as a stain to make things look older and primitive. I already did these ones just to save us on some time today. And so that is what I did to do this part here. Now, here we go, you guys. I have some drop cloth fabric. You guys, this is my very favorite fabric to use when I'm doing projects that are mixed media, things like that, because it's cheap. I get mine from Harbor Freight. It's the cheapest place I have found to get it from. And then in this here, I have an American flag I can use. I have an already Mod Podged or podged up flag. I have ribbon. I have a fabric that I've already tea stained and coffee stained. I have little squares of fabric. I have lace and extra trim. Okay, we've got lots of options to work with here for our project. So let me move this out of the way and we'll get started on what it is we're actually making today, you guys. I'm really excited about this one. It took me a while to get here that I could figure out what I was going to do, but now that I'm here, I'm super excited. I found this piece it's actually drop cloth, my friend, from Harbor Freight. Over in their painting section, that's where I get it from, drop cloth. Um, Okay, I found this piece at, I don't know, it was at a thrift store or something. And I picked it up not knowing what I was going to do with it. It kind of made me think of a drum. It also kind of looked like maybe like you could put a Christmas tree in it and it was like the skirt of a Christmas tree. And as I was thinking about what I wanted to do today, this piece like finally like the light bulb went off and I realized what I wanted to do. You guys, I am so excited about this. So this is the base of my piece, okay? I am not going to do anything to this part. Oh, you use shop towels. That's awesome. They are smaller than I wonder how much that would be cost-wise. I'll have to look into that, my friend. Um, I'm not going to do anything to this. This is not red, but it looks red enough for me for right now. So I'm going to leave this as is. I love it. It's got like these old like nails in there. It's just really quite cool. Set that aside, but I wanted you guys to see where my thought process was going. I'm going to take my drop cloth here, okay? And yes, these drop cloths, they come in huge sizes. And you know, I go through and I just kind of cut just sporadically where I think it might be a good fit. You know what I'm saying? So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab a pen, just any old pen, you guys. It don't matter as long as it's gonna mark it. I wouldn't do a marker though, because a marker might be too dark of a mark and it bleeds, okay? So I'm gonna do a pen and I'm just gonna kind of roughly go around this circle here. I just kind of want to get an idea of where my designs are going to be needing to stay, okay? So there we go. We've got kind of a little bit of a rough outline, okay? Put that back aside. Okay, now I'm going to take my fabric scissors and you guys, I do highly suggest if you are a creator, if you're just getting into creating, I suggest you get yourself a really good pair or two of fabric scissors versus like paper scissors, because there is a difference. Okay, I'm gonna cut way outside, maybe an inch, inch and a half, maybe 2 inches outside of my circle that I drew out. Okay. That's gonna give me some extra space so I can actually glue this in place when I am ready to assemble my whole project. Okay, so drop cloth is awesome because if you like a fray, it will give you a really fun fray. If you like the texture, it does have texture to it. And like I said, it's cheap. We like cheap, right? We do like cheap. Okay, so we're going to get rid of this because we don't need all that extra. And it's in the way. Okay, here we go. So now I have my round. I'm going to try to make sure I'm in the frame. This is really wrinkled, but it'll be just fine for what we're doing. Okay. I have this doily. This is like old and it's like waxy. I don't even know what this is. Yes, don't cut your paper. Don't cut your paper with your fabric scissors. You'll ruin your fabric scissors if you are particular about that kind of stuff. Okay. So you guys, this is like a waxy doily, you guys. I don't even know what they used this for back in the day, but I thought it was it would be really good if you were bleaching something or something like that. So what I wanted to do is I'm going to take this chalk paint, you guys. This is DIY, and I do like their chalk paint, you guys. This is Marquee, okay? And I am going to mix it up just a little bit. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, and you guys, there are a couple of sellers on this train. Oh, I gotta reach. There are a couple sellers on this train, you guys, that are distributors for this DIY paint line. So if you guys love what you see today, just, keep that in mind and get your hands on some paint as we go along. Okay, here's what I'm doing. I'm just going to kind of use this as a stencil. Okay. I'm not going to be super careful. I don't really care if it turns out perfect. We're mixed mediaing this. We're making it just unique, Yes, I love the DIY paint line, you guys. I used to be a distributor, but I do not have my storefront anymore. And I also have left the I've left the booth world as well. In my area, it just didn't work out for me. And the shop owner where I had my booth, she kind of stressed me out a little bit. Like she was constantly wanting more, 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 more. You know what I mean? And so anyway, so I did leave that part behind. And once I found Whatnot, this has just made me really happy. It's like that happy medium where I can, sell my goods and my things that I love to do. Keeps me busy. Okay, here we go. Just getting it on there, y'all. No real particular perfectness to it. But I think this will be really cute. It's going to add just an element that it's going to make it special. One of a kind. That's what we like to do. One of a kind. So, what are y'all talking about? I gotta try to keep remembering to look up and look at your comments. But Little Miss Crafty is here and she is watching your comments. So feel free to chat and ask questions. And Little Miss Crafty, if you will please help me watch my time so I don't raid late. You guys, we're going to be going to Susie on the Farm next. It is not a stencil brush. Okay, you guys, here's my other thing that I like to use. This is a chip brush or a chippy brush, whichever you like to call it. I do get these from Harbor Freight as well because I don't have to feel bad because I'm really bad about washing up my brushes. And these brushes are pretty cheap and it's really easy to pounce and get them in all the spots. Okay, here we go. Ta-da! Okay, so there's step number one. Okay, step number one right there. And we are going to not watch paint dry, really. I'm going to quickly just add some heat with my heat gun and just dry this up really quick so that I can move on to my next step. Okay. And you guys, I really don't have a, ooh, don't burn my stuff. Okay. I really don't have a perfect plan in mind. Like I'm not, like I don't have exactly what I'm going to do today. If that makes sense. I'm just kind of like flying by the seat of my pants with a general idea of what I want. You know, does that make sense? Anybody else craft like that? Um, I had, you guys, it was really funny. I was talking about what project I was going to make. Um, that's how you craft all the time. I know. I had an idea of what I wanted to make, and I ended up actually, I had so many projects in mind, but it was like, oh, but this problem, oh, but that problem, oh, but it's like a lot of projects, but a lot of projects that I didn't know if I wanted to make them live with you guys. So we're doing it like this. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna put this transfer by Chalk Couture onto this canvas. And what it is, you guys, this is like screen printing on um this is like screen printing on shirts and stuff, right? That's what these transfers are kind of like. And I do like their products, you guys, don't get me wrong. It's just I've stepped so far out of what I did with this company that I'm just not going to continue down that road. Does that make sense? Okay, here we go. I'm going to grab another color here for, actually, you know what? I don't know. Do I want to do, what color do I want to use? Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with this one. I think I like this color. Okay, so I'm gonna use a pedal pusher, and this is DIY as well. You guys, this is chalk paint, clay based. It dries matte. The thing that you want to keep in mind though is that it will need to be sealed. Like I will have to seal this. So just keep that in mind when you're putting your pieces together, that you'll want to make sure that you can seal in whatever it is that you're working on. Is that clean or dirt? I think that's clean. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to get a glob, like a glob. I just want to get the paint on here. Okay, that's all I'm looking to do is just get it on. And then I'm taking a household spatula, y'all, because could I find my supplies that I wanted when I wanted it? Nah, nah, you can't do that. This is going to be like on the fly using a household item. But this is this paint, you guys, is water soluble, and really as long as you wash it up before you use it again for household purposes, you're going to be just fine. I don't think I'm going to be like killing anyone in my family by using it, so we'll be just fine. Okay, there we go. I'm just spreading it over my areas, and it's going through the screen and into onto my design. Now when you're doing using fabric, you do want to keep in mind that it's going to soak into that fabric. It's going to dry pretty quick. So, okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. I just really wanted this part up here to show really well. So I'm going to pull it back and ta-da! There we go, you guys. There it is. It's awesome. Oh my goodness. This is making me so excited. Okay, here we go. Put that back out of the way. All right, y'all. I'm going to bring this up a little closer. Hopefully you can see it. Ta-da! Okay, well, that didn't really work. There we go. Now we can have you guys see what I'm talking about. Isn't that awesome? Turned out super good. Okay, so that's going to need to dry, and we're going to work on the next step. So I'm actually going to let this dry on its own. You could totally, use your heat gun and heat that up and let it dry, but we're going to let it dry on its own. I have a little thing of water back over there that I'm going to put that on. Okay. You want it on a sweatshirt. Oh my gosh. They do have Petals Pickets. I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure if the DIYs paint that is the Jamie Ray, if that would stay or not in the shirt. I do know that Chalk Couture, you guys. I do know that Chalk Couture has a line that you can buy that is you can get their permanent fabric ink. Okay, so here we go. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab a thin bristled brush. Okay, and I'm gonna grab I have my glue gun on. I don't want to burn myself. I'm gonna grab some water here, just regular old water, and I'm just gonna kind of go along the edges of my squares here. Okay, and I'm going to grab a couple of these squares. I think I want a red one, a blue one, and a white. And the reason I like to use the water is because it is going to give me a I'm not going to have a super clean edge. Okay. And oh my gosh, a Little Miss Crafty, I think I'm gonna make this into a paper that you guys can get on in my bin. Okay, so stay tuned. Stay tuned. I'm like venturing out of my world that I'm in right now and just going back to some of my roots, which are originally craft roots. That's where I started my business, and set that aside. It's where I started my business, and I just really feel the need to go back. Crafting is so therapeutic that I just need to get back to it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so here we go, you guys. So check out my bin. I've got scrapbook paper in there. I have my new paper that I'm selling with the patriotic stuff that we're using today. And all right, there we go. So now we have kind of sort of squares. Ooh, I don't want that square edge though. Hold on, hold up. I don't like that. We're gonna get rid of that. Okay, let me rip away this edge, because we don't want it perfect. Okay, we want it kind of. Okay, now we're gonna take, you guys, we're gonna take this. This is that what am I thinking? It's Podge. And we're going to put that on, and I also Coffee Podge. That's what it is. Coffee Podge. I also want to do the edges of this here. And so let's distress our edges here. Okay, I designed these, you guys, in mind of doing like junk journaling. But you can use this for whatever you want. You can do, mixed media like this. This is great with almost anything. So Where did my paintbrush go? Here it is. Okay. Get my coffee podge going here. Okay, this is too new. Okay, this card, it's not new, but it's too bright. We're gonna just dampen that down, and we're gonna get some coffee podge up on that. Okay, and let that try to soak in. We're going to. These are old vintage fabric pieces, and I know, isn't that playing card fun? Somebody gave that to me as a giveaway. On Whatnot, and I was like, perfect. So, okay. So, I'm just coffee podging everything, you guys. Everything that I think is too bright. I want everything to kind of have a toned down look. It is Chalk Couture is what that company was. And they have all kinds of stencils. I used to be a distributor for them for about 5 years. So I will be doing a upcoming sale where I will be selling some of those items. These are some vintage fabric pieces, you guys, that I went through my stash and just found some already cut up squares. And again, you guys, you are on the World Creativity Day raid train. I thank you guys for being here. Follow my mod, Little Miss Crafty. She was just on before me. We have a ton of wonderful sellers coming up. A lot of sellers that are on, that have YouTube pages. I do have a YouTube page. And, one more. We could do it. And you guys, I am probably the only one on the train today. I'm not going to be auctioning off the item that I make, and I'm not going to be auctioning off anything else. I'm actually going to, just going to be having my items in the bin for sale today. So feel free to check those out. I have playing cards. I have my papers that I just made in there that I'm going to be using some of them today. And then I have I have some scrapbook paper pieces in there. All kinds of fun stuff. Okay, you guys. Everything so far is looking fantastic. Get a little bit more water on my edges so I can rip these edges. And then we're going to coffee podge this as well before I get this going on my. Thank you, Little Miss Crafty. Ooh, look at that. I got messy fingers, y'all. Messy fingers. Good thing I want this to all be messy anyways, right? We wanted this to have like a rustic look because my bottom is pretty rustic. So, okay, here we go. I'm gonna just kind of rip these off. No rhyme, no reason. Just get it where it just doesn't have that clean edge. Yes. Look at my bin. I love that. And oh my goodness, that side does not want to come loose. There we go. Okay, here we go. Whoa, no, don't do it. Y'all, we're getting a little too crazy around here. A little too crazy. That's okay. It's all going to look just fine. Just fine in the end. Okay. Coffee podge this, and then we're going to move on to that next step. Because I know I'm not gonna get it completely assembled today before the end of this show, you guys. There's just no way that's gonna happen. I am gonna get it assembled and up for sale on my patriotic train that I'm on, that is going to be I believe this Saturday is when the train is. So come back for that. I definitely will we'll have it then, but I'm going to get it mostly assembled today for you guys, okay? I want you guys to see how this turns out. Okay, so get that out of the way. I'm going to grab a quick washcloth here. Okay, here we go, you guys. We're getting to it. We're going to do it. Okay, I'm going to grab my piece here, okay? And we are going to, yep, that's dry. Okay, I'm going to grab this here. This is a stencil, okay, just plastic stencil. I'm going to come right over here to the edge here. I'm going to grab, you guys, this is the the lightweight spackle, okay? You get this in the hardware section. I like to use this as a paste, okay? For when I am doing projects like this, okay? You just stick it into your stencil and just push it down in there. It doesn't have to be perfect, you guys. As long as you're getting it in and you're being able to see that design, that is what you are looking for. I would love it if you guys would bookmark my upcoming shows. And if you guys see in there, I do have a thing for $5 for a bingo card, you guys. That bingo card is for, you will get a bingo card. I will ship it to you, okay? And we are going to be doing, a bingo game, you guys. A bingo game. You guys don't want to miss that. And that bingo card gets you in on the bingo game, even if you guys are not present during the bingo game. So, okay, get that kind of drying there. There we go. Okay, you guys, here we go. I'm going to take all of these elements, okay? I'm gonna take all of these elements and start putting them down, okay? And I'm gonna glue them in place, and we are going to, well, I'm gonna try to get this all out of the way. Okay, I'm gonna glue them down, you guys. So if you don't see, woo, I'm trying to figure out where I'm at. There we are. There we are. I'm gonna glue this down, get it in place, and then I'm going to go on. This is part of why you're not going to see the finished project today. I'm going to go on and I'm going to stitch with my sewing machine to give it another element and make it super, super cute. Okay. So, don't want that. Okay, let's do this. We got this. We can get this done. Ooh, don't do that. Okay, here we go. I didn't get my sheep wet yet, and I do need to do that because I don't want clean edges on this cutie. So I gotta get it wet. And then we will rip the edges and get it on. These though, these little farm animals, you guys, these are already like, the color is so good right now already. Okay, here we go. This is what I'm gonna do. I want to take, and I'm going to start layering up some different pieces for this, okay? And we're going to play with some different layers, and there we go. I like that better. So we're going to do that one on there. And then I want to do, I'm probably going to do like the stripes here, okay? Kind of going over those stars. I like that. Yes, up next is going to be our fabulous Susie on the farm, you guys. You don't want to miss her. She's amazing. And here we go. Just trying to get this wet enough to get that really fun edge on this. You guys, please check out my my bin. Get those items out of the bin. We would love that. Yes, get those patriotic items. Absolutely. Okay. This is going to go, I'm going to do the little edging on there and clean it up. This is going to go right here. Okay. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to place some of these fabric, and let's do that one there. And I want to do this one. This is going to go here. Let's see. Let's do a piece of a lace, probably right there. And then the polka dots will probably go right there. Like that, you guys. That's looking really cute. I think I'm going to do the 1776 up here and grab, let's see, what do I want to grab? Okay, you guys. Everybody ever find like you just can't find what you want when you want it? All right. So here's what we're going to do. I know we're out of time, and I want you guys to I want to make sure you guys get over to Susie on time. But here's what I made. I'm making a drum, you guys. I'm making a drum. And what I'm going to do, this 1776 is going to be going right there. I'm going to push that down on there. I have some beads. These two beads are going to go on this end of my sticks, because you're probably like, why would you have sticks and you didn't do anything with them? I have this garland that I had in my stash. I don't remember where I got it from. This garland, I'm going to take two of the white. I am going to, of course, add on my coffee podge, but I'm going to add these on, and I'm going to tie these together as the drum sticks that's going to go on my drum. Okay. And these pieces here, these are going to go over the side of my drum, you guys, so that if you're looking at my drum from the side, you're going to see this. Okay, so I'll probably do another video finishing this all up, and then you can check it out on my YouTube channel. And then, of course, like I said, come back on Saturday and bookmark my patriotic show, because we're going to be selling this beauty on that show, you guys. I'm very excited about how this is turning out. Of course, when we craft, nothing ever goes fast, right? Nothing ever goes, even with the heat gun speeding it up and all the things, you can never get it done quite as fast as you would like. But I hope you guys like the way this is turning out. It's turned out amazing on my end as far as I can see. It is the same name on YouTube. It is the number 4 Hearts ABCs, you guys. And I have other videos on there. I'm always trying to do something, but I would love for you guys to come back and join me, and to continue to check me out and all the things that I bring. So I'm excited to see how it turns out. These pages that I'm able to offer right now have turned out amazing, and they're the perfect addition to this project. You guys, don't be afraid to step outside the box and just throw a whole bunch of media together. You know, we've got fabric here, we've got paper, we've got stencils, we've got, cards and lace and doilies, and you know what I'm saying? Like, just grab a whole bunch of stuff that makes you happy and just throw it all together onto a piece, and you guys are going to love how those things turn out. So thank you guys so much for being with us today on this train. Stick around and stay, because everybody that's coming this week or today on this train is going to be bringing some amazing items. They're going to be creating like crazy, And love y'all. Let's go see Susie. I'm sure she's on. Let's give her all the love. And I will catch you guys on my next show, you guys. Yes, she's on and waiting for us, you guys. So make sure you give her lots of love when you get over there. See you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching my chaos. Bye, guys.